So in this edition of Chris Talks Daily, we're talking attitude. And we're talking attitude because it does not matter what you're going to do in the world of real estate sales or any business in general. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're out there selling yourself, if you don't have the right attitude, it doesn't matter what you do. Because as we were just talking about in class yesterday, just to kind of give you a quick introduction, if you're just starting out in a business like real estate sales, one of the biggest things you need, of course, is a business plan. You need to start figuring out how you're going to generate leads and go out there and prospect and actually get clients. But then you need to be able to handle it once you do. And so one of the biggest issues that I think a lot of people have when they get into the world of sales or business in general is that you've got to set yourself right. You got to have the right mindset before you even get out there. If I just put 50 listings in your lap right now, just said, here you go, here's 50 sellers, 50 for sale signs, go get them, Tiger. Are you going to be able to handle that? Are you going to understand and be mentally and physically, emotionally prepared to handle 50 people and all of their needs and sales? For most of us, probably not, and that doesn't mean there's anything wrong. It's kind of like you're about to run a race, and before you step on the track, you got to get your mind right. Attitude is everything. So I could spend as much time as we possibly want on the idea of attitude, and we could do case studies forever, but I'm going to give you really 3 quick pointers on attitude I think everybody should know, especially if you're starting out in a career dealing with sales. The first one is that understand you're not perfect. It's okay that you're not perfect. You're not going to be perfect. You're never going to be perfect. And you're certainly not going to be perfect when you're first starting out. And so what I mean is allow yourself to make mistakes, take risks, go out there and do whatever it takes to be successful. And if you screw up, your life's not over. But what the world is full of are people that are afraid to make mistakes, so then they're afraid to get started. They're afraid to jump in. They're afraid to do anything. And the problem with that is nobody's perfect. If you spend your whole life getting ready to get ready, you're never going to get there. So jump in. Make sure that you've got the right attitude that, hey, if I make a mistake, I'm not a bad person. I'm not an idiot. There's nothing wrong with me. I made a mistake. I'm going to learn from it, and that's never going to happen again. That's really important. Number 2, you got to have goals and be committed to whatever your goals are. One of the biggest issues with all salespeople is that the ones who do really, really well possess a lot of qualities, but one of them is they've got a target. And it's not just like a target, hey, I want to sell more this year. It's, I want to sell 100 units, right? So if you're in real estate sales, it's 100 houses. You're putting it right there. I'm going to sell 100. Well, that puts the ball in motion, doesn't it? Because now it's not like, hey, I'm just going to try to sell more real estate. I'm going to sell 100 houses. And then you're going to put the ball in motion on all the stuff you have to do. And so if you're committed to your goal and what you're trying to do, don't worry about what everybody else says. So if you've got another agent in the market that's not as good as you are, right, or has been struggling for a long time, and that's probably for a variety of reasons, maybe one of them is their goals suck. And so they're going to sit there and say, oh, well, maybe you should settle down. You shouldn't try to sell 100 houses. Well, let's remember 2 things. Number 1, it's because they can't. And number 2, that's your competitor. Don't ever forget that. So be committed to your goals and what you're trying to accomplish and ignore the rest. And then third, make sure that you're enjoying the heck out of whatever it is that you're doing. You should enjoy your career. Right? I mean, life and jobs and careers are not meant to be endured. It's all supposed to be enjoyed. It's really hard to get up every day and put the hustle in necessary to succeed if you hate it. So if you wake up every day and you hate what you're doing, man, you should probably do something else. And I'm going to tell you, if I'm selling real estate and I hate it, it's going to be hard to be really good at it. So a lot of people are in this business because they love it. I love it. And I'm hoping that the people that are out there working in it love it too. And so understand it's okay to enjoy your job. Embrace the fun part of your job. Don't let it beat you up. Man, it's going to be a blast So enjoy your life and career. So attitude, guys, attitude is everything. Attitude sets the tone. You set the tone for your own day, then you set the tone for your business career. You set the tone for everything you're going to do with your attitude. Because you cannot control the world around you, but you can control the way you feel and react. So my success tip of the day, and what's probably the most important element in all of successful salespeople, is attitude matters, man. Have a positive attitude and everything else is going to be gravy.